Alright everybody, it's your best average gamer, and this time we're doing a VALHEIM tips and tricks video. I'm going to start a new guy here so I can show you guys how it works. In this video we're going to just basically go over some stuff that took me a few hours to figure out in this game. They don't give you a lot of information in this game, so it's kind of hard to figure out if you're just kind of jumping into it with no prior information. So after you create your guy, you can spend all your time making him look how you want. You're gonna want to create a new world too. I'm gonna call mine tips and tricks for the video. The only reason we're gonna do this is because if I were to join one of these other two worlds that I already have, everything that I've done in those worlds would already be there. So if I were to have built any structures, or if I would have opened any chests, stuff like that, all of that would already be done. So we're gonna start over, and we're gonna create a new world here. And as we're loading in, I'm gonna kind of give you guys some information about the game. We are gonna start off in an area called the Meadows. The Meadows region is the easiest part of the game. It doesn't have very many monsters. I think there's only three different types of them. Super easy to kill. They're all scared of fire, so if you put your torch out, they're all gonna run from you. Super easy. You're also gonna find your basic materials in here: your stone, your wood, your flint, your resin, stuff like that. And materials are important because you're gonna want to be able to build stuff. They're gonna drop you off in the middle somewhere of the meadows at this place called the Sacrificing Stones. The Sacrificing Stones are gonna be used to summon the bosses of the game. You're gonna travel throughout the regions of the game to collect certain items, and then you'll place them at the summoning stones, and that's how you will fight the bosses. So the object of the game is to clear the areas and the bosses. So basically what we're gonna do right out of the gate is we're going to kind of figure out how to just get the building stuff done, because you need to learn how to build your gear, how to get your house set up and everything like that, because that stuff is kind of important. You need to know how to build so you can travel, so you can build your weapons, so you can build your armor. So this is a lot of information that took a few hours for me to figure out. And I think that if you start off by watching this video before you start playing this game, you're going to save a lot of time. Basically where they're going to drop us off, like I said, is going to be at the Sacrificing Stones. And the first thing that we're going to go do is we're going to go look for a mountain cliffside. The only reason we're going to look for a mountain cliffside is because that is where they drop a lot of rock. And we're going to want to get enough rock, wood, and a little bit of food and some flint, just so I can show you a couple other things. But mainly we just want the stone and the wood so I can show you how to build the necessities right out of the gate. But I am going to pick up everything that I see along the way. Wow, look at that. Look at this drop on this seed. This is a lucky seed because there is a mountain right in front of me. So the fact that there's a mountain right in front of me, this is something that we're looking for. I just want to pick up these stones here. We're going to start picking up stones. If you guys want to go talk to the raven and stuff like that, that spawns over here, feel free. I'm not going to do that. I might do that in my walkthrough video, but for the tips and tricks video, I'm just going to jump right into everything I think you need to know. First off, make sure you're doing a little bit of everything whenever you're running around. As you can see, I've already upgraded my jump and my sprint a little bit. So we're gonna kind of do a bunch of different stuff. You'll catch me sneaking every now and then just to upgrade my sneak. This is also perfect because there's berries right here too, so I'm not gonna have to go look for food to show you guys how food works. The lucky thing is to show you what I'm gonna show you, we don't need a ton of stone. We mainly just need wood. And this is the easiest way to get wood, is you start beating stuff up, like small trees or bushes, and once they bust, Some of the bushes don't want to bust sometimes. Man, this stamina is annoying in the beginning of the game, I forget. There we go. See, now I can build all that stuff. So I'm going to go into here and show you guys real quick. It takes 5 wood, 6 wood, 3 wood. And since I have this torch already, I'm just going to go ahead and start beating stuff up with this. This is going to make it way easier for me, and I'll just build more of these later. But the torches are very, very helpful in this game because I'll go ahead and show you how they work. If you have one out, things will just run from you. So if you use this, everything will just kind of run from you. So it kind of works as your starting shield. It's very good as a shield. You can use it on your back, on your left hand, and then put a club or an axe in your right hand. So that's definitely the easiest way to just kind of run around and do what you want to do at the beginning of the game. This guy's gonna come up to me. I just used all of that torch, so I'm gonna have to fight him with my bare hands. That's fine. Kind of give him a second. I'm gonna show you guys how the fighting works. If you kind of let them come to you and then dodge on them, it's a good way to get them. Alright, now that he's down, I'm going to go ahead and collect some of these berries, but I'm not going to venture too far away from the sacrificing stones right here, just because I'm going to build around here, so that way if I ever die, I'm near all my stuff. But basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how the food works right now. You're going to want to equip this somewhere like that, and then you can easily go up to it and use it. I'm going to use it, I'm going to go ahead and use it because my health is kind of low. And as you can see down here, it's now on this little bar. And as it's in that bar, my health will kind of regen and stuff like that. And but it only has a cap of where that black bar is. If I were to equip other food, it would actually get higher, both bars would, and I would rejuvenate faster. I would regenerate my health faster. You cannot use the same kind of food in 2 slots. So if I were to run around and find some mushrooms or kill some deer and then cook some deer meat, the deer meat gives you a ton of health. I think it gives you like 50 health. So applying meat is a really good way to have extra health. I'll explain to you how to get the meat and stuff like that here in a few minutes. But basically what we're doing right now, I just wanted to show you how my health bar goes up slowly. And whenever this starts blinking, that means you're getting hungry. And when you're getting hungry, you can apply more food, and it'll continue to regenerate your health and stuff like that. So if you see that blinking, you can go ahead and put it on, or you can wait for it to go all the way out if you want to and put it on then. And you don't have to waste all your food all the time. If you are doing something easy, kind of like building right here by your base, you don't need to be using all your food and stuff like that. Food is very important for fights and boss fights and dungeons and stuff like that, so you're definitely going to want to have food for those things, but it's not super, super important. And now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and build our hammer and a club. The only reason or not the club, another torch, so that way we have a torch. And actually we do want a club, so we're going to beat up this tree. Alright, so we beat up the tree, and now that we have enough to get the club, we're going to craft a club. And then we're going to put the club on here. And I'm just going to literally run around and beat some trees up and get some wood. You see that I still have my torch out? I actually don't want my torch out right now, just because if it's on, it'll waste the life on it. And I don't want to waste it just since I'm standing right here. If an enemy runs up to me while I'm farming, I might pull it back out just to make him run away from me. But I am just going to kind of farm these branches until I get 50 to 60 wood. And once I get 50 or 60 wood, I'll come back to these sacrificing stones and I'll show you guys where I'm going to go from there. but don't run too far away from here. Just kind of gather what you see. I don't want you guys to run off and die. If you guys already ventured off looking for a mountain and you've already kind of looked around, then feel free to look around some more. But I'm going to stay very close to here while I gather this wood, and as soon as I'm done, we will get into the building part so I can show you guys how to get your better weapons and get your buffs and stuff. Okay, I was almost done doing this, and my club went out, so I just wanted to tell you guys, if your club runs out, that's perfectly fine. I normally, at the beginning of the game, since they're so cheap, I just toss them on the ground. It's not worth repairing them or anything. So go ahead and just make another one and continue to keep farming. I'm almost done here, so I'm not going to turn the video off again. I'm just going to continue to get this wood, and I should only be about 10 away, or 7 away. I was just spamming my button there, not even aiming. Another thing about this game that I really like is how it reminds me of Dark Souls and kind of like a Sims or Minecraft, because you get to build and do things that you want and kind of go your own way. But it's a lot like Dark Souls to me, because whenever you're playing, if you die, you gotta run back to your body and get it. That's a very Dark Souls-y aspect, I feel like. And it's definitely a survivalist game. You don't want to die. It's a very big pain if you do. You got to run very far distances until you unlock better stuff. I was kind of hoping that a deer or some boar would run up on me while I was over here so I could get some meat to show you guys how to cook. But I'll still go ahead and explain to you guys how to cook. But now that we have some materials here, I'm going to just kind of find a place that's very near this sacrificing stone that's kind of flat, just because we want it to be flat. Man, there's not really any flat areas over here. I'm kind of crap out of luck on this one. Maybe your area will have some better flat spots. Maybe right here will be okay. If I clear some of these bushes out. Let me see. Yeah, this will probably work. So yeah, this is what we're gonna do from here. I'm gonna get out my hammer, and then first thing I'm gonna build is my workbench. I'm gonna put my workbench, I guess, up here. We're gonna put it right here. And now that we have the workbench, it allows us to get all of this building stuff. And you have to put walls around the workbench and a roof for the workbench to actually work. If you don't, it doesn't do anything. So first things first is you're going to want to put all of these walls down. And then switch over to the roof. We're going to actually do the smaller roof for this building. I kind of missed that one, huh? I feel like they could have made the building a little bit easier in this game, but that's alright. If you mess something up, you just push down on the little scrolling thing on your mouse to switch it, or to erase it. And then, now that it has a roof, I'm going to show you guys what it does. See all this stuff I can build? There's axes, or there's arrows, sorry. There's an axe that I could already build. I'm going to go ahead and get the hoe, because I want to show you guys what it does. But there's also these, this is armor for you. So if you go collect leather scraps from boar and stuff like that, you can get armor. This is a bow. Bows are super helpful in the beginning of the game. So if you were to build some arrows and get some bows, if you don't like the aspect of rocking a torch and everything just running away from you, you can use a shield. So you can go get some shields right out of the gate. This will allow you to upgrade the things that you have. Upgrades are pretty good, but I would say I would wait until a little bit later, just before you really start upgrading, just because you're probably gonna die and stuff while you're exploring, and you don't want to lose your good gear. So I would just stick to like using the hammers, or not the hammer, the clubs and the stone axe. You can actually get a flint stone axe too by collecting enough flint. So there's a lot of different items you can get here. But the next thing I want to show you real quick, before I finish up here, is how to make how to get a fireplace in your house. To have a fireplace in your house, you actually have to have a chimney. And to do that, what we're gonna do first off is I'm gonna clear this spot out a little bit and hope it's gonna let me build right here. And show you what this does. So this is the hoe. It levels the ground for you. So if I kind of do this over here, this is gonna make it a little easier for me to build. And now that I have that set up, first things first is you want to go back to your hammer, and then you're gonna want to put the fireplace down first, because we're gonna be building around the fireplace. I'm gonna go ahead and put the cooking station on top of it, so that way if you have any meat already, you can go ahead and cook it. You don't want to walk in the fire. That's actually something I didn't mean to do, but I'm happy I did, because this can kill you, and I wanted you guys to see that anyways. And at the end of this video, I'll probably go ahead and walk over this fire and die, just so I can show you guys what happens when you die. But back to this, we're gonna put some walls around this guy. Kind of like, actually, we're gonna not build it that way. We're gonna only build it like this. And then we're gonna bring it this way. Oh, missed that one. You can go and pick up your mats if you mess up too. Oh, it looks like I'm out of, I might be out of wood. Oh no, I was just standing too far away. That's what that line is for. If you stand too far away from the line, your workbench isn't activated. So you can only build when you're close enough to the workbench. Now that I'm back close enough to the workbench, though, I should be able to keep building. That's what that line's there for, though. I'm not going big into this. If you want to spend a lot of time on your house, go for it. The only reason I'm not is just because I don't necessarily, I'm not going to be using this guy that much. I'm just doing this for build reasons. What we're going to do now is add some... Man, I really just did this the wrong way. Sorry, we're gonna build this a little differently. I know that's a little dumb, especially for a video, but we're gonna take it this way a little bit more, actually, since all of that was kind of in my way. And it wouldn't let me build on that hill, which is okay. I could flatten it out if I really wanted to. Alright, there we go. And now we kind of have this little thing right here. Oh, that space isn't big enough. You can kind of see that the building in this game could be a little bit better, but the building is very important, and it's a fun aspect of the game. So once we have this set up, I am now going to build a roof. I actually find that sometimes the roofs are easier if you come inside the house. So now that we have a roof, we're going to get some more wood, because I've been wasting wood. Those bushes have a lot of health and it's annoying. But the torch does a lot of damage to everything, so that's always fun. It just dies really fast. Now that we should have some more wood, we're going to switch back to our hammer. And then we're going to build a bed. And then one more thing I want to show you guys that's pretty important. Just gathering more wood, and like I said, this thing is really awesome to have, just because now that I have it out, this guy's not even gonna mess with me. You can see that now I feel cold. The only reason I feel cold is because I'm not over there by my fire. That's why we want the fire in our house, because these are going to give you buffs if you rest and stuff like that. If you don't ever rest and stuff like that, your guy's he's gonna slowly get weaker and weaker, and we don't want that. We wanna keep our guy as strong as possible in this game. I'm also gonna put this piece of wood down right here, and then you want to do chests as well. Let's see, how much wood do I have? Oh, wow, yeah, I really didn't have enough. I thought that I was closer than that. That's okay, though. What the chest is going to allow you to do is it allows you to put mats and weapons and all that kind of stuff in there. So that way, if you ever die and you're trying to run back to your body, you don't have to loot for stuff and try to build your gear, because when you die, you start off with nothing, and it's pretty annoying. So instead of having to run miles and miles and miles to try to find your body on no gear and just trying to run from everything hoping that you don't die, it's better to keep a few things in the chest at your house right here where you spawn, so that way you have some stuff and you can run around. I like to keep a whole extra build with a stone axe and a hammer and a torch and some leather armor in here right out of the gate, just because dying is annoying, and having to go get all your stuff after you've died, it just makes the game easier to want to turn off. So I would recommend doing this right out of the gate, doing all this stuff I talked about, because this chest is really, really helpful. You can see, you can walk up to it, you can stick stuff in it, you can do whatever you want. You just kind of drag them over like this. So that's how the chest works. There's one more thing I am going to show you. It's just what these torches do. The torches will make it so nobody comes around you. If you stick this over here, nobody, like the monsters and stuff, they're not going to come in this area. So if I start sticking them around my like workbenches and stuff, it doesn't matter if I don't have my torch out, because this is just going to scare people away for me. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I want to talk about. So there's a deer right there. If you get the deer meat, you walk over here and you click on this and it cooks. It doesn't take very long for them to cook. You do have to wait, but it really doesn't take very long. So if you cook on that, it'll give you some really good food that gives you like plus 50 health, and sleeping gives you a nice little buff. And I honestly don't like nighttime as much, so sometimes I'll sleep through the night. I'll just go straight to morning. I think that it's easier to find stuff in the morning. I think that the game looks better at morning. I don't know. The monsters will sneak up on you at nighttime, and it's not as, I feel like the game is better when it's daytime. I wish it would almost be daytime all the time, but it makes sense for whenever you get later on in the game and you want to build your boat and the weather matters and all that kind of stuff. Speaking of that, this right here where my mouse is, that arrow on the mini map, that is the wind direction. So that's very important for sailing, but it's not anything related to your quests. Don't just follow that arrow because it's pointing in a direction assuming that that's somewhere for you to go, because it's not. It's just which way the wind is blowing. Now that I'm kind of wrapping up here, I'm gonna show you what happens when you die. I'm just gonna stand in this fire until I do. When you're running around, though, you want to make sure, I know I said this at the beginning of the game, you really do want to make sure you're kind of doing a little bit of everything, so that way you have everything upgraded. You want to make sure you're sneaking some, you want to make sure you're rolling some. There is a dodge roll, there is sprinting, obviously, there's the melee attacks with your bare hands, there's the club aspect, there's the axe aspect. So using all of those things are going to be really helpful. Another thing is this guy, he basically is just a tips guy. He helps, he gave me some food or whatever. He helps out every now and then, so you're going to want to talk to him every single time you see him. But when you die, you're basically just going to run to your body and pick up all your stuff, and all your weapons will equip right away. So the way you have that set up is perfectly fine. You can go ahead and eat some food so you get a bigger health bar. Maybe get out your weapon so that way if you're dead. But one thing you notice is that I'm still naked. If you want to equip your clothes, you have to go back into your inventory and put them back on. If you don't want to waste your clothing at the beginning of the game, take them off and run around naked for a little bit. But as long as you're killing stuff as you see it, you will be able to make more things. I think that's about it, guys. If I get a lot of views on this, I'll keep making videos about tips and tricks that I figure out about this game. I've only got a few hours in, and these are the things I've already figured out. So once I get a little bit deeper, I'll make another video explaining probably how to sail a little bit more and where to go in sailing and stuff like that. So stay tuned for my other videos. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks, guys.